Okay, we are officially live. What's going on, team? We got me, Triple Diamond, Nina Berman, and our fabulous Double Diamond, Ashley Cook, here to
Hi.
give you some great tips. You gave us some good feedback of some topics that you wanted us to talk about. So we're just going to dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. One of the topics somebody requested to talk about was your first 30 days as a brand new distributor. So I'm going to talk about first 30 days as a brand new distributor, and if as the enroller and as the enrollee. So first we'll talk about if this is your first 30 days in the business, what you need to do to get started. So I really was excited to talk about this because your first 30 days in the business, I feel, sets the tone for your success with It Works. You really need to get excited, whether you're going to be doing this part-time or full-time. You're literally starting a life-changing journey. Very first thing I think is most important to do after you sign up is to set up your launch party. You need to have an in-person launch party. You need to get the wrap on people. You get 4 wraps that come with your kit. So you have the option to either, do all those 4 wraps in yourself, or turn around and sell them and make profit. You make your investment right back, $25 for each one of those wraps at your wrap party. There's $100 right there. Right off the bat, you haven't lost anything. I think that's easier for people who started off as customers and they've already got the testimonial, they've already tried the product. Those of you who haven't, if you boosted, you've got some extra wraps, but it's up to you. But regardless, set up that launch party. Those every time you have a wrap and you wrap somebody, those wraps represent your potentials. You got potential customers and distributors. So 4 wraps equals 4 potential loyal customers or 4 potential distributors right there. You will learn how to do a party pad. You'll learn how to explain the different programs between loyal customer and the distributorship. You'll also learn how important it is to be belly to belly with people. With your sponsor should help you set that up. Whoever enrolled you, regardless of they're local or not, you can still totally do one. It's easier than you think. It's so important to be using social media to announce that you're now a distributor. Make an announcement post. Put a selfie in there with you if you want to wait until you get your kit to, take a selfie with that kit. But it's important to announce it to the social media world that you're now a distributor for this awesome company. If you already have some results, like I said, if you've been a customer and you've got results, share your results if you hadn't already. Make an event for your launch party. I think people are really bad about RSVPing. Not everybody's always on, Facebook, but for those who are, it's great to get it out there. You also want to get the word out for all of that. You do not, and I will repeat, do not wait to get your kit in the mail before you decide to get started, especially when we have an issue with the business builder kits being on back order after this huge BOGO deal. And they just got overwhelmed, went on back order, and people were taking, 3 weeks to get their kit. And for people who sit and wait to get their kit, here's the first 3 weeks, in your first 30 days. You've got 1 week left. Don't wait for that kit. Yes, it comes with your business materials, your physical business materials, but there's absolutely no reason to wait getting started. This right here is your most powerful tool, your mouth. Use it. Open it up. Talk about it. Don't wait for that kit to get there. If you start off with a bang with your business, hit the ground running as soon as you sign up, that sets the tone for your success. The next thing you need to do, watch training videos. Again, you don't need to wait for your kit to log into your eSuite. You've got everything at your fingertips in your eSuite. So while you're waiting for that and you've been posting and announcing it, get in your eSuite and start watching the training videos. Poke around in there. You'll get used to all the, the great tools that you have right there. It's free for your first 30 days. So utilize it. Read the documents. Read up on some products, but watch those training videos. They're important because it's going to get you familiar with your eSuite, but it's also going to get you familiar with our corporate staff and our corporate team. As soon as you get done watching that, follow the corporate staff. Get on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is that you use. Follow our corporate staff. It's really important to keep up with them on social media because they post announcements and they're also really motivating. The next thing I want everybody to do is to watch. There's two things you can do. I did personally a phone call for newbies to rubies. It's recorded. It's in the team pages. You can find that. Or also, based off of that phone call, me and Casey, your presidential Diamond Upline, me and Casey did a newbie to ruby Google Hangout just like this. That was literally kind of based off of that phone call. But again, it's to help you get started on those first 30 days and go over everything you need to know. Watch that. Take notes. It's really good information. This is what we call being plugged in. It's super important to be plugged in, especially if you don't have a local team. I know majority of us on this team, we're all spread apart. Some of us are in the same area, but for those who aren't, being plugged in is so important. And that is what all these things that I'm telling you to do means. The next thing you would want to do, fill out, physically print out and write out your steps to success. Those steps are literally the key to your success, and it's your roadmap for it works. It's literally your roadmap. Physically writing out your 100s list, that's something else that you should do. And once you do that, we cover that in the phone call and on the Google Hangout, what your 100s list is. That's going to be what you can use for your steps to success. Those are the people that you're going to start contacting. But utilizing that list into your steps is really vital. And you really want to get into the habit of printing it off every single month. You can laminate it. That was a great tip from Bree Barini, to laminate it. That way you can just, wipe it off every single month. But get in the habit of physically writing it out. Your steps in your launch party is what's going to lead you, to your first eligible bonus, which is your $120 in free product credit. So that's really great. We always say you don't need to know every single thing about every single product right away, right off the bat. Nobody expects anybody to know. We're all always still learning. But that's a great way to learn, is to be a product of the product, especially if you just jump right into this and you didn't start off as a customer and get familiar with products. So you can order those products for free, try them out yourself. So the best way to learn about something is to try it yourself and have your own personal testimonial. Don't waste your first 30 days by just thinking about everything. It's overwhelming, it's scary, it's exciting, everything all at once, and you can waste a lot of time just thinking about it. Thinking about, when I get my kit, I'll do this. When I try a wrap, I'll do this. Stop wasting time thinking about it. Use your first 30 days to make sure to do what we call IPAs, income producing activities. That's super, super, super important. Don't waste time thinking about things or just kind of scrolling through Facebook or, that kind of thing. Really take income producing activities that are going to get you to reach that first goal, which is your 120 in free product credit. When you have your steps to success and you contact people from that, you have your launch party and you get the wrap on people, that's how you're going to come in contact with your very first customers and your very first distributors. So keep that in mind. If you're the person enrolling a new distributor, there's a lot on your shoulders too for the first 30 days of your new distributor. So if you're the enroller, the very first thing you need to do, set up their launch party. I want to just pound that into your heads, how important a launch party is. So again, whether you're local or not, they need to have an in-person launch party so that they can earn their wrap cash, make their investment right back, get their free product, get their wrap rewards, and get wrap cash. If you're not local, if you do not have a sideline that you can reach out to, we've got a huge team now in a lot of different states and different cities and areas. If you do not have somebody who is close enough, the next best thing to do is to find a good YouTube video that shows a party pad presentation. So you being the enroller, take it upon yourself to go find one. I know we've got some. I know Melissa Martin has done one. I know that Casey Tosi has done one. Find a good one of the party pad presentation and send it to your distributor so that they can watch that, so they will know what to do. You can do this. You can Google Hangout yourself in. You can Skype yourself in, FaceTime. Use technology that we have. But the thing is that it's not something that should be looked over. It shouldn't be scary. It should be fun. You've got that party pad that comes with the kit, and all you have to do is read through that. So keep in mind, when you enroll somebody, you step into the position of being a leader. And when we say leader, that means you're a cheerleader, you're a coach, you're, an inspirer, and you should be helping and directing your new enrollments based off of their goals, not yours. So you're not a manager. You're not here to motivate people, or what I like to call being a resuscitator, wanting it more for people than they want it for themselves, or just trying to keep resuscitating those, people who sign up and just don't do anything with it. But, it is your job to put people in the right direction and help them see that roadmap and lead them there. Don't set your new team members for failure by doing everything for them. And that's something that I have a hard time with. I just like to be like, oh, I'll do it, I'll take care of it, But the thing is that you want to lead by example. You want to be the person that you want on your team, and you want to train leaders, because then those people that you enroll will be leaders, and then they'll train leaders too. The next thing you want to do is add them to our team pages. Welcome them, announce them. Something that I think should be really important is let them know who their diamond and above uplines are. Because sometimes we get inspired by people who are our upline or a sideline, or different people in the business. And that's what's so great about the setup of this, is the layered leadership that we have. But, we work together as a team. But everybody should know whose team they're on. So an example I wanted to give is that, we've got such huge team pages now, so many people, there's a ton of different diamonds, there's a lot of people answering questions. People get confused whose team they're on. Not that you can't reach out to sidelines. It's always welcome to reach out to people who may not necessarily be on your team. But when you have a problem, you need to reach out to somebody, and you want to talk to somebody directly on your team. Melissa Martin got overwhelmed there for a little while because everybody was reaching out to her, because she's one of the first ones to answer questions. She's got stuff, saved so that she can just copy and paste. So everybody's going to her. So it's important to know who your leaders are. So make sure to tell people, I signed you up, and this is our diamond upline, and this is your double diamond upline, and this is your triple diamond upline, all the way up to, and Casey Tozzi's your presidential upline. It's not to be there for, recognition. It's just so that people know whose team they're on. It's really important to know that in case they ever need to reach out for any reason. If you are local to the person that you're enrolling, you need to be there for their launch party. Take them blitzing with you. Tag them in important recordings and all the trainings and the phone calls and everything. Be there, again, to show them the roadmap and how to stay plugged in and what they need to listen to. Be there to help them with that. Your job also is to know what their whys are and what their goals are, because your job, again, as a leader, is to help them reach those goals. I always say, take yourself out of the equation. Focus on the people that you're enrolling and what their goals and whys are, and you can absolutely watch your business explode. So that's everything I've got there for the first 30 days. Another question that was asked was to talk about blitzing. So Ashley is a master blitzer. This girl is a blitzing machine. She blitzes with her kids. She blitzes by herself. So I really wanted her to take on this topic. So Ashley, if you would go on ahead and fill us in on your blitzing way.
Yeah, but this is going to be quick. I don't talk as much as Nina. So an easy way to blitz is just to wear a laminated blitz card on a lanyard. And I don't do that. I don't have one, but I have shirts, and I get so many questions just from wearing shirts around. So if you're shy or you don't know how to approach people, just wearing a shirt is the best thing you can do. I also go to drive-thrus a lot because I don't like to take my kids out of the car if I don't have to. And I blitz everyone in the drive-thru. And I give them a few, and I say, here's a coupon for you, and here's some for your friends, and they give them out around the store. And I've been able to wrap a lot of people that work in drive-thrus that way. Also, we call it a coupon. That's what works for me. Instead of, here, do you want a blitz card? That's kind of weird. Ask, would you like a coupon? And, of course, everybody always wants a coupon. And when you give someone a coupon or a blitz card, don't talk. The first one to talk loses. I guess is what they say. So if you have to hand someone a card and just stand there like in awkward silence for 3 minutes, you just have to do that. You just have to stand there and be like, and wait for them to say something, because if they're thinking something and their mind is going in a certain way and you say something, you're going to derail their thoughts and they don't want anything to do with it. So the best tip I ever got was just to give someone the card and that's it. Just sit there until they say something. That's all I have.
I think that when somebody was asking, you know, and I'd like you to give an example just because I know you do this a lot, like what they consider cold blitzing, just kind of blitzing somebody on the street, like, hey, oh, you're wearing green, here's a coupon. I know me and you did that when we went to the Diamond and Above retreat, and they had us do a scavenger hunt, so we kind of did that. But no, you know, how would you, like, if I was just a person on the street, you know, or just kind of like a random stranger, how would you approach me?
Yeah, that's a hard one because I do that all the time, but I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like I get really nervous, even still, after I've done it so many times. You just see someone who you would like to give a card to, and automatically you become like overwhelmed with all these feelings like, oh my gosh, they're gonna like think I'm calling them fat, or they're gonna yell at me or punch me. So I just hold my Blitz card and I'm like, okay, you can do this. And just go for it. Hey, do you want a coupon? How are you? Oh my gosh, you're so cute. And give them compliments and talk to them. And just like, I don't know how to explain it. Well, you've seen how I do it.
I think, like you said, I think a big key with that too, you can't take yourself too seriously, because once you get up in here, like you said, you start like, what if scenarioing yourself, and then you talk yourself out of it. Before you know it, that person's gone. It's like, crap. So one way that I was able to get over that was telling myself, if I don't blitz this person, somebody else will. You know, that could be my next star. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good way to do it, is to remind yourself, you know, if you're too scared or you're nervous, or you know, you talk yourself out of it, or what if they run away? What if they punch me? What if they whatever? You know, if you don't do it and somebody else does, then there goes your lead. So don't let people get away. But I love that. Give them compliments.
Yeah,
you know,
I've tried to do it the slow way before, where it's like you want to start a conversation like, hi, do you have kids? What school do they go to? And every single time I've tried to do it that way, I've gotten too nervous to actually do it.
It's like you make too much of a connection, then you can't be awkward and be like, oh, I was really just talking to you because I want to sell you something, right?
Right. So I just go right after it.
I think that that's great. I think that, you know, and like I said, you're so good at that. You know, if you're local to Ashley, go blitzing with this woman. She can just, you know, go do it. It's fun to go out together. Again, if you've got people local to you, go blitzing together, because it's way less scary when you're not by yourself. Because at least then if you do happen to encounter somebody mean, which does not happen very often, it really doesn't. It happens, but not very often, then you can at least be, you know, like, whoo, can you believe how mean they were? You don't feel like so much of a loser without any friends around, right? But I like that. I do have a laminated Blitz card with a lanyard on it. Shirts are absolutely huge. Me and my husband were walking through Walmart last weekend, and he had on a visor and had on my shirt. And people are like, what works? Does it work? You know, they see it and they literally ask you questions. It's the easiest opening to be like, this works. Here's my coupon. So don't overthink it. Don't get in your head too much. And yeah, it can, you know, be scary, but don't take it too serious. Don't take yourself too seriously, and it won't be so bad. But yeah, again, if you're local to Ashley, get with her and go blitzing with her, because she's phenomenal. Speaking of talking a lot, like you say I do, the next topic is word vomiting. So go figure, this is something I was really bad about in the beginning, was word vomiting. I know, shocker, right? But I have learned how to control it, and it kind of, you know, I can tie it in with blitzing too. So I'll give you a couple scenarios. We're all guilty of it at some point. We just all of a sudden bleh, all over somebody. It comes from a place of excitement. That's not a bad thing. You don't want to lose that excitement. But, you know, too much all at once can scare people off. So, and that's how you can, that's the easiest and fastest way to lose somebody who's potentially interested is by just too much all over them. So, you know, Ashley, I would like to approach you. Say that you saw my shirt, okay? I was out in the store and you asked me what's it looks, and we'll give an example here of what word vomiting in somebody looks like, so you can see for yourself. Ooh, I wouldn't want somebody to talk to me that way. So what? Ashley, you can approach me.
Oh.
Okay, like
hi, what works?
Oh, hey, it works. Have you ever tried that crazy wrap thing? We've got this amazing wrap. You can put it anywhere from the neck down, and you only have to wear it for 45 minutes, and it tightens and tones and firms your skin. But that's not all. We're also a health and wellness company. We've got this amazing product called Greens. I cannot go a day without Greens. It detoxes you. It gives you natural energy. That's why I'm so hyped up right now. It's just great. But it's serving some fruits and vegetables. It's wonderful. We've got a stretch mark cream, too. We've got some great weight loss products. I'm not saying you're fat or anything, but we do have some, you know, but you should totally try it. It's awesome.
That's horrible.
See, who wants to get vomited on? Yeah, all that information is great, but I mean, I just blew up all over Ashley. All she said was, what works? You know what I mean? That's all she said. And I could have also been like, it works, and walked away, you know, but, you know, that nobody wants to be vomited on. So, yeah, I'm excited, and I want to tell you all about this, but guess what? That's what you talk about, the 45 minutes that you got to wrap on somebody. That's what you fill that time with, is the, you know, the vomit and the talking about things. How you avoid it, you know, just because you like all the details, I like all the details too. And that's why I talk a lot, I think, because I like to, you know, get all that out there. But not everybody is looking for all those details. So you want to avoid it by number one. This is the absolute number one way to avoid word vomit. Don't answer a question they didn't ask. Okay? I have to stop myself sometimes and be like, oh, wait, I'm starting to go off on something that they didn't ask me about. I just wanted to tell them about it because I thought about it. So that is the absolute number one way to avoid it. The second way, be familiar with color personalities. You know, you've heard us talk about that a lot. It's in the files tabs and the team pages. It's wonderful information. Know what color person that you're talking to, so you know how to direct the conversation. So like what Ashley said with blitzing is why you don't say a word when you blitz somebody. I've gone blitzing with somebody and they were like, Nina, that was the most awkward time of my life. You just stood there and didn't say anything. I'm like, I know, but that's, you know, how you're supposed to do it, because I didn't know what that person was thinking. You know, so I waited for them to finally say something to me. When they look at that blitz card and they say, oh, $25, that's it? Or, oh, I could probably make money doing this. You've got a red on your hands. If they go, what's in this? How does this really work? You've got a green on your hands. They're like, party. Oh my gosh, I love parties. You got a blue. If they're like, oh, I know so many people who could benefit from this, you've got a yellow. And then that tells you where to direct that conversation. If you've got a blue, talk about having a party. You know, if you've got a red, talk about, heck yeah, you can make a lot of money with this. You know, that's how you direct the conversation to go, when you know what color you're talking to. You know, if you're in person blitzing somebody, you know, like, again, do not speak first, because you really don't know what they're thinking until then. If you're messaging somebody on social media, before you hit that send button, go back and read what you just wrote out. If you've got 3 paragraphs full, delete, take it up to about that, okay? You know, go back and read it and see if it's too much. I'm not asking you if you think it's too much. Is it too much for the person you're sending it to? Are you answering questions? Sorry, my little just came in. Get out of here. No, go get the dad app. No, I'm sorry. Mommy's working right now. Woo! Probably getting your scream in the background now. Sorry. I thought the door was locked. Dang it. Anyway, you know, again, go back to, what question did this person ask you? Did they just ask you, I've seen your posts, what's this about? You know, then be the detective. Well, yeah, what posts did you see? Was it the before and afters from the wraps? Did you just see about the greens? You know, oh, what posts did you see? Don't start just blowing up on about everything, because you don't know what they're referring to. So again, ask questions and don't answer something that they didn't ask. That's the best way to go about doing that. You know, I like to refer it to as kind of your, throw it out there and reel them back in. You give them a little bit of information, let them digest that, and finish with a question so they can answer you back, and then give them a little bit more, but that way you're not overwhelming somebody. There's some amazing things, with all the products and everything, but if you're, have a problem with word vomiting too, send it again, reach out to your Diamond Up line, say, hey, I'm talking to a potential, I'm afraid I might word vomit on them. How do I handle this? And we're all here to help you. So I get screenshots from a lot of you guys all the time, and I love that. I'm more than happy to help you because, again, word vomiter right here, I know how to scale it back a little bit. You ever heard KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. I don't want to put stupid in there, but keep that in mind. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. That's how I've got on word vomiting. Ashley was going to wrap us up, unintended, with talking about how to handle negativity. So I know she thinks I'm so cheesy. I got to throw those things in there to make her laugh. But one thing I was just going to say, and I'll go ahead and let Ashley take over that, and then that's all the questions that we topics we had to cover. So Ashley, go for it, girlfriend.
Okay, so dealing with negativity. Whoa, hold on. Why am I echoing in my ear? Hello. That was weird. Sorry. I know that I've had to deal with a lot of negativity, and so have people on my team. And I just tell them, don't let it bother you. But a lot of times that's kind of easier said than done when you have so many people attacking you about something that you are so passionate about. I know that most of us, if not all of us, love this business and we love the products. And when someone says it doesn't work, that's almost like a personal attack on us. That's how I feel. But remember that those people, they're not paying your bills. And a lot of us are parents. When you become a parent, people want to give you all kinds of advice. And some of it's good and some of it's bad. I know with my second, I got a lot of advice. And I'm like, hello, I've done this before. Like, I know what I'm doing. So I would just let it go in and out and not even care. And that's kind of how I feel about the negativity with the business. Like, I've done this before. It's been 2 years. I don't need you telling me that it doesn't work when I've seen thousands of people have awesome results. So you just kind of got to blow it off. Like, I know it's so hard, but stay plugged into your team and your upline and sidelines and downline and everybody that's here to help you. I've found a lot of encouragement from the rep girls when I had people attacking me. That's it, I guess. Just kind of think about it as all the advice you get as a new parent and just don't even worry about it. Just do your thing.
I like that, and I'll just add to that too. Clearly we're doing something right. The company's, on the verge of being $1 billion brand. It's debt-free. It's been around for 14 years. The product works, right? People are just unhappy. And like Ashley said, they're not paying your bills, are they? No. So, you can't write a check with their mouth. So don't worry about the haters. They're out there, and haters are just miserable people. That was such a great scenario that Ashley gave about, getting the new advice. And if you're not a parent, just wait. Because people, the first thing they see if you start showing, and that's immediately the first thing people start doing is giving you advice. And you will get a lot of crappy advice. If you've got people who are being negative, delete and block, because they're not looking to get educated. They're just looking, they're what we call trolls, internet trolls. They are looking for things to be hateful about because it gets their mind off of, their miserableness. It's easy to sit behind a screen and say whatever you want to anybody. But it is brave to get out there and work for your passion and live for your dreams and do network marketing. So be the bigger person. Don't respond to the negativity. Delete it and block it. And if it's a friend or family member, just inbox them and say, thanks for your input. Thanks for your, concern, but I got this. I'd appreciate it if you didn't, write it. And just leave it at that. You don't even have to reply again. You don't have to respond to anybody. That's the beautiful thing about having that little delete button, right there on the comments. So just don't let it get to you. You know what you've got in your hands. You know the product works. You know the company is phenomenal. So don't ever let it get to you. I can get upset or fired up, especially when I had somebody personally attack my results one time and say that they weren't real, and actually that they were crap. And so I had to come on and be like, my results are not crap. And then I kind of got into it, this person, but then I had to stop and pull myself back and thought, you know what, this is so not worth it. This person, I wanted to defend me and my own personal results. But again, these people are not looking to be educated or to learn. So that's why it's not even worth wasting your time. You got bonuses out there to earn. You've got people's lives to change, including your own. So just move on from that. So, well, I wanted to keep this a short training for you guys. I hope you all loved it. Ashley, you're awesome. I'm so proud and happy to have you as my double diamond on this team. And I would love for me and Ashley to do this again maybe next month. So if you guys would like to inbox us and let us know anything specific you would like us to cover, we've got it covered. So thank you again, Ashley. Love you, girl.
Love you.
All right, team, too legit. We will see you later.
Bye.